Hello everyone and welcome back to GamerPod episode 9 and oh my god, it's been such a long time since we did this. I guess
Christ.
what happened there? I think it was exams. That was one of them.
Exams?
That was I think that was a major reason why we just suddenly stopped. I think there was also because Aaron, you broke your laptop, I think, or was that after? More like later on.
That happened, but yeah, it would have been within the range of sort of having to do the next podcast. But wasn't that discussed? I thought I remember discussing it somewhere on
I can't remember, it's been too long, 3 months.
I believe it was trying to insert vodka into a computer. I don't think that was.
Oh no, I'm thinking about the RAM thing that happened like way.
Oh, that was way back.
I'm
thinking about more recent.
Okay, so that's more So currently I'm on my sister's laptop, HP Pavilion i7. Look at this baby, it's got Radeon graphics card. So let's open up some DX Stack, get some good stats going here. Start menu only takes 7 seconds to open.
That's a good sign.
No, it's actually.
Have you defragged the hard drive?
No, never.
Do you have any RAM on that computer? Is this when RAM existed?
Does it even know what RAM is?
It's not under the number 2 key. So maybe if I
what are you looking for?
The RAM. Maybe if I spell RAM into the directory here.
If you're doing it through DXDiag, it's usually on the first page.
I'm kidding. Jesus, I know. Yeah, no, it's got RAM, but I think it's just a standard 4.
Oh, good, it's got RAM.
It has a RAM. It has a single RAM.
One button.
Oh god.
We don't need to know about the laptop. What it does do is interesting with Skype.
Is not a lot.
Is well, yeah, it couldn't run Minecraft even, so you know.
Oh god. That's always.
Its dedicated graphics card here isn't very dedicated to its job. But it does some weird stuff with the audio with Skype. I've got this thing where I'll be trying to watch something through my headphones that I've just plugged into the headphone jack on the side, the little 3-pin DIMM port, whatever it is.
Yep.
And I'll be listening to something on YouTube, and then Steven will send a message, or I don't know, do a Skype call or whatever. And as soon as that Skype call starts, for some reason, it's like, oh, you don't have headphones, and it just plays everything at full blast through the default speakers. I don't know what the fuck. I can't figure out why it does that at all. But
there you go. Don't buy HP.
Yeah, this is kind of turning off HP laptops. This laptop, but it does its job.
It does its basic job, but not exactly the best of
No,
jobs.
it's not a standout sort of shining star example of what a laptop should be doing and does.
No.
So
obviously. So what have we missed out in that 3 months? I guess there was a whole lot of catching up, but I think all that news from back then is just completely out of date. So now we're left with basically nothing.
Do you want to
out of date.
Do you want to give opinions then on the stuff that has happened? Like Xbox One came out, PS4's come out.
I remember in the last podcast we were talking about, hey, the Xbox One is coming out soon, and it's been out for a while now.
Yeah, it has. I guess I could share with you that the numbers of sales for their entire lifetimes. I believe the PS4 currently has sold over 2 million units or something, 2 or 20, I can't remember. It was definitely a 2 at the beginning and then at least 6 zeros. So it's either 2 million or 20 million, can't remember. And Xbox has...
Some fact checking.
No, it's 2 million,
Okay.
And Xbox has 1.9 million sold out of their entire lifetime so far.
Right.
And just for comparison, the Wii U, its entire lifetime, sold only 2 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Wii U's been out longer than the PS4 and Xbox One. I think it's since 2012. So
niche sort of thing.
Well, here's the thing: the Wii U got released, and we're like,
Smash
I
Brothers.
don't want that. There's no games on it.
Yeah.
I thought a lot of people bought the Wii U because of Super Smash Brothers whatever it was, Melee Brawl thing.
That's the
can't
interesting-
remember.
Yeah, here's the thing. That's not out yet.
Wow.
Like, the
Still isn't out.
No, like the new Smash Bros is coming out like later on this year, but it ain't out.
So what have people been doing with their Wii U? Just like leaving it in storage.
Pikmin. That game
Pikmin
is
3.
beast. I have not played it, but it is fun.
What,
it
number
looks fun.
3?
Yeah, number 3.
Okay. That's the thing about
Sounds good.
Nintendo. I've never bought. I suppose it's sort of the same with every console, but I think Nintendo was mainly bought based on like a single game or 2 games that have been released on a
Mario,
particular console.
Zelda.
I know.
Yeah,
I
like-
bought my 3DS for the Pokemon.
Exactly. Like people buy Nintendo consoles for a game, whereas you buy an Xbox 360 sort of. I don't know.
It's Xbox One now.
Yeah, sorry, Xbox One. You buy Xbox or you buy into PS4 or Sony or whatever
Yeah.
on the idea of sort of future-proofing. Like you buy
There
it,
is no future proofing with
buy it.
consoles.
you buy it just
You buy it just for the variety of games
Yeah.
that you know will be out.
exactly like you don't necessarily buy it for one game. You buy it and then you go, oh, games are coming out, and it's sort of like you're gonna have games that are going to come out in the future that you're going to be able to use on that thing. Whereas a Wii seems to be like, I'll buy it to facilitate my playing of this particular game.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is, I think.
It has been.
Nintendo consoles really haven't had a huge variety of games to begin with.
No.
I'm okay with that.
And I don't know, maybe it's just because of that the sales haven't been so great because of the lack of variety. So it's really just kind of marketed towards a very niche kind of people.
Yeah.
I know they've been really pushing for their, Wii Fit and all that stuff as well, which really, doesn't. Just no.
Just
Oh.
no.
They've
But
all
the thing
done
is,
that.
like, when Nintendo was a powerhouse, all of those people have like grown up now, and they're still trying to market games to like really, really younger people who aren't buying their games.
Right, yeah.
So it falls on the people like me, who are just like, I still like playing Nintendo games to buy their stuff. But
But you've been advertised with, you can now pat your Pikachu and feed it and it will love you and yeah!
no, dude,
Oh.
that shit is useful. That shit is so useful.
Okay.
You pat. No, hang on a
I'm
second.
sitting down. Don't hurt me.
Motherfucker. Okay, I had a Gardevoir for my first run through the new Pokemon, and I patted the shit out of it. And it and you know
Like
what
it
happened?
literally crapped at the
The
end, like
Elite
you were
Four-
just there.
In the Elite Four, I was about to like lose. Like Gardevoir was my last Pokemon, but it like the other Pokemon was faster than me, and it was about to get the last hit. And then my guy dodged the attack just because it loved me. And it was amazing. It literally broke the game just to dodge one thing.
Because
Just to win me the game. Like, I love you.
Oh
That-
god.
So never just like, oh, why would I pat the Pikachu? Because that shit is useful.
Oh my god.
And there's sometimes like I haven't had it to me, but one of the guys that I know plays it actually like he was about to get one hit KO'd and just lived anyway. Just lived on 1 HP just because it loved him.
Just because.
Nice.
Because
So it
the
adds
patting.
like does it
That's a pretty strong bond that they have.
Yep.
Does it add like an entire background mechanic where there's what chances of these things happening, like endure or I don't know, like dodge or something like that?
It won't happen if you play with like another actual person, but in the
In the
In
single player
the-
game.
Single player.
trying to get your badges and stuff, it'll happen. It's like, what? Break the game.
Okay. Strange. Okay. Strange. It's interesting that. Okay, but I suppose they couldn't really advertise it in any other way aside from being sort of cutesy and directed at a 6 to 13-year-old demographic. Because how else do you like? Now you can have the responsibility of looking after your own living being. Be sure to
Or pets.
Yeah. Be sure to bring in the right income and make sure your expenditure for food and caring products is I don't know, within your capacity.
Pokemon Soup becomes Pet Simulator 2014.
Yeah, exactly.
It won't be no Train Simulator 2013, I'll tell you that.
What's that one?
What's that one? Go Google it. Train
Train-
Simulator is probably up there in some of the greatest games ever created.
Okay. So
The
as
most
in,
interesting-
Do you mean that sarcastically, or do
Yeah,
you
of
actually
Oh,
mean
of
it?
course, yeah.
being a
Like,
simulator.
all, the people are all like palette swapped versions. And like, not even palette swapped, just clones.
Oh,
It's just like, oh god.
I still think Big Rigs was one of the. It's not a simulator, but it's
The big rigs, the racing.
yeah. That's
Yeah, just how bad it was.
that's a game. That's fucking funny. Never played it. But watching people play, it's just hilarious.
Yeah. So if you want to win the race, just
Go
reverse.
Yeah.
Just go reverse.
Take it over to the launch speed, Captain. I don't think it can handle anymore. Oh my god. It's
Oh god.
just see the fucking speed dial just doing clock.
Start doing 360 revolutions just because of how fast you're going.
I know, and then when you hit that truck when you see that truck hit 30, oh man, crazy shit will happen there.
Just
It doesn't just
Back
hit
road.
30, it freaking smashes it out of the park.
yeah, no, 30 doesn't even register on the scale of how fast these things can go when they go backwards. It's like You have
I
to-
think they go faster than speed of light as well.
you have to start talking in terms of like FTL 1, 2, 3 sort of thing.
Light
Multiples of
speeds, light years. How many light years?
per millisecond.
Jesus Christ, those trucks.
Fast trucks. I mean, if like to move at that speed, that thing would be just I don't know. The whole
More
mass-
powerful than the sun.
What's it called? Mass dilation or something? Mass something. When you go fast, you gain more mass. Like you'd
Oh, right,
seeing
that
the Earth sort of collapse into it because it's just
Hooray!
that much speed. Anyway, what the hell are we talking about?
I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, just kind of just derailed significantly.
Derailed. Train.
Hey, back to Train Simulator.
Back to trades.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we can just quickly cover what we've been up to since the 3 months.
Ah.
Since
Oh
it's kind of
god.
somewhat obligatory.
Like that was before exams, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was before exams. So, I guess how did you go in your exams?
Failed one. I failed a.
I failed fucking... Oh, I failed them. Just failed.
All of them?
Not
No.
all. Not all. And luckily I was only taking three units anyway, so it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
But it was not fun. Not a fun period.
No.
Hmm.
That's what I'm fucking. I accidentally took a third year unit.
Oh, yeah?
Not knowing what the numbering scheme meant. Like I didn't realize the first digit of the 3-digit number was actually a sort of an indicator of what year you should be taking it in.
Yeah.
Like all the first year coordinates are 101 or 130
Took you a while.
something. Yeah, I know. I didn't realize, and then I took a free something unit, free 10 or whatever, and it was fluid flow modeling, and that one I passed reasonably well, like a 70 something %. But
Yeah.
like all my other, there's one unit, the second year unit, that just fucking I never got it. It had 3 tests, and the first test I got 25% or something. And I just never recovered after that. So that's that one failed. So I got to sup for that pretty soon. Got to be doing
Fun.
fun thermodynamics.
Isn't
Yay!
it like in 4 days?
No, God no,
No?
no. It's
Okay. Otherwise you wouldn't be here, right? You?
Hell no, I'd be saying
No.
we're doing this something
Okay.
like another 3 months down the track.
Okay. As for myself, I passed all my exams. Not exactly with flying colours, but you know,
Yeah.
I still passed. So.
I always get like a range with my results. There's always like one's 80, one's 70, one's 60, and the other one's either generally 50, but this time it was a fail. It was 46 or something. But yeah, I'm always like completely spread out across the board with my marks.
Yeah, I have that kind of thing as well. It's kind of spread out, but I rarely get above 75
Right.
for my units. I don't know why.
I'm pretty sure every semester I've done so far I've had an 80 mark. I've had a high distinction in every semester, but at the same time every
Well,
semester.
aren't you
50
just the most employable person on the face of the planet?
God no, no.
I go to uni and do well and get HDs. What?
That's the funny thing. Aaron's been searching for a job for quite a while now, and he hasn't got a single
Yeah.
interview at all.
I've had an interview.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I don't know.
You just didn't get the job.
Didn't get the job.
No.
I don't know. I think I've got communication troubles or something. Or I'll find out. I've asked for feedback, which I'm still waiting on. So we'll see what the reason
I think
is.
you failed to communicate that want to get feedback back.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. Do you want feedback or do you want a back rub? I can't. No, anyway.
I don't even.
Yeah, exactly. Bad. Anyway. So uni. More stuff on that. More stuff on what happened. So my computer. That.
You spilled some vodka on that. Some vodka and lemonade,
Vodka
which
and
some of you may have noticed me post about on Facebook.
Oh really?
On the Facebook page, yes.
Okay. Well,
I noticed it and I liked it.
yeah, dude. I liked it.
I don't think you did. Did you? Did you actually like it?
I might have.
I don't think
Hang
you
on.
did. Otherwise, I would have recalled.
I will check.
I think.
But if you haven't, then do it now.
I think if it was just vodka, it would have been okay. But it was vodka and lemonade just. I think that was the main issue there because vodka sort of evaporates by itself, doesn't it? It's
Yeah.
pretty
But
unintrusive.
it still fucks with the.
Yeah.
It's still liquid.
Especially when you put it up the wrong way. That was the main problem. I think was just because I was drunk. I have just total complacency with what had happened. Like I'd spilt it on it, and it wasn't until
I
like.
think the main problem was that I was drinking vodka and lemonade, and I spilled vodka and lemonade on my computer.
Okay, so that was the main problem, but the secondary problem the main problem for the recovery process was that I was drunk, and I was like, shit, there's vodka on my keyboard now, I should probably get on to doing something about that. It takes 30 seconds for me to actually start realizing there's a major issue here, and my recovery process was to put it up on its side, so that all the vodka and everything that was currently in it, that had seeped down into it after 30 seconds of just doing nothing, had now started to drip past the ventilation and all the other components, rather than having turned it up so that it sort of dripped out the way it had come in, so it affected as least amount of components as possible. I'd gone and introduced it to a slippery dip, and everything was going down further into the machine. So that's why it's fucked.
Yeah.
Well, I found the Facebook post.
And
Yeah.
was it
And, like?
Oh, he liked it.
There we go. Got a like.
I
I was pretty sure that you didn't like it, because otherwise I would have remembered, but you've liked it
You would
now.
have got a notification about it.
Yeah, I would have said, oh look, someone liked the post. on
Hey,
the
someone
Facebook
liked it.
page."
Oh, it's just.
Oh, it's just that. Doesn't matter, it's still a like.
Um.
Someone likes it at least.
Oh right, that's that the first like.
No. Oh, well, yeah, I think it's the first like for that specific post.
Oh, good.
It's quite old though.
I'm just glad people aren't sort of enjoying my pain and misery of not having a. as much as I complained about my previous laptop, it actually. Did I complain?
It does better than the HP that you're currently on.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, it did its job. It worked, and it was tough. I dropped it a couple of times, and it came good. Or it didn't even bugger up. It just kept running. But yeah, vodka lemonade that destroyed it. Totally bummed it. It did. I took it apart like 4 times to try and clean up any residue or whatever, and it did actually
It was
work.
too late.
What exactly was the situation that you just spilled vodka and lemon? Just say, oh, I was drunk. What
Okay.
was the reason you're drunkenness?
I don't know. There was a cup, I think, involved. There was a pretty tall cup. So I think what happened is I was drunk. I was listening to music as well. I think I'd looked at something to my left, and it was a swivel chair. And then I went to swivel back to the right, and I had my hands just lame ass flailing about, and it hit the thing, and it landed, hit the cup, and it just spilled out all the
Spilt.
So you were just like on your laptop by yourself, just like, drinking.
Yeah, well, yeah, the person I was with had gone to sleep, so they had been working that
Well,
day.
I have been on the internet just drinking for no reason
Yeah.
before. It was fun.
Well, that's I don't
Is that-
drink for the sake of drinking like alone. I drink to get drunk, and I only drink when I'm like with people because honestly, I don't enjoy the taste of alcohol in pretty much any form. There are some, but most of them are just like. But
So,
I mean, drink to get-
vodka and lemonade?
yeah, well, even that made me nearly puke recently. I think it was the wrong lemonade. It's weird. I didn't think that was a.
There's a wrong
It
lemonade.
was the wrong lemonade. I was like, this shouldn't be a problem. Lemonade's lemonade, but no, lemonade is not lemonade.
Let me
Lemonade.
guess, Coles brand?
No, it was Schweppes, I think.
Schweppes.
Yeah.
Oh, what? That is the lemonade.
Well, that's
It's
the
the
weird
good
thing.
lemonade.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. Like, Lift is okay, Solo was okay, but for some reason Schweppes just made me like.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it was like some sort of, I don't know, a flashback revealing of this is bad because it destroys laptops. Don't do this or something. But,
Okay then.
I don't
Okay. Okay.
know. Anyway, I've taken the wheel here. Someone, Matt, what's happened since September?
Well, I failed my exams, that was fun. And I've been working full time, so that means nothing interesting has ever been happening ever.
Surely something at
Oh,
work.
except for Christmas. I had
Okay.
4 of them. 4 Christmases.
Okay, do tell us about that. Those 4
Oh,
Christmases.
Jesus. Yeah, okay. So, basically, my parents are separated, so I'm gonna have a Christmas with them, and that's fine.
Okay.
But then, Nick is like, oh, come to our Christmases, and like, I just go, wait, you have Christmases? Your parents are still together. And that they're very, very, like, family-centered.
Yeah.
And so they had a Christmas with both of their families. And I'm joking about this. Beck's mom complained to, said something to, the dad's side of Beck's family. And they actually moved Christmas to Boxing Day. Just so I could come.
Oh wow. Okay.
They moved Christmas. They moved Christmas for me. And I'm just like, well, now I feel like an asshole. Thank you very much.
Chris. Wow, how many people did that affect? Was that a big family thing, or is it immediate?
Oh god. Dad's one, is just our family. Just
Okay.
the family. Then my mom's family, this was Christmas lunch to early dinner.
Yeah,
This was extended family,
yeah.
but it was just cousins and uncles and shit like that. Then I went to Beck's mom's Christmas, and that was extended family. Well, it had to be extended family because technically I'm extended family as well. And that was dinner, and I was just like, they kept offering food. I'm like, no thanks, I've had enough. I've had enough for Christmas.
Oh shit! Christmas is always a feast whenever you do like a gathering. It's just
What really bugs
And-
me about people offering food is that when you're full, people still keep telling you to eat more or offer you more, even
you
though you say
clearly-
no thanks.
You've clearly never been to an Italian gathering, have you? You say,
No.
no thanks, I don't want it anymore. It's like they'll just put some food on your plate. They'll put a small amount of food on your plate, just like, oh, just eat that.
yeah.
Be like, yeah, okay.
Trust
But
me,
if you say,
reverse psychology
yeah, I'm a
doesn't
little
work.
bit hungry. If they go, yeah, I'm feeling a little bit hungry, they'll give you an entire other course. Just like, okay.
Yeah. Don't think reverse psychology works. You'll just be you'll be there for a
Just
while.
go with no.
Yeah.
Just go with no and just accept that little
Just
smaller
just
amount of
feign,
food.
do a possum and pretend you've died from overconsumption. I think
Or you could just not eat.
Yeah.
That's always an option. Just not eat it.
I don't know. I mean, they have ways of forcing you.
They're
do have
Italians, man.
Mm,
You don't eat it, you'll be swimming with the fishes. They got connections, man.
oh man.
Alright.
Hey Matt,
Make
is there
us
something
think
wrong with
about-
your net? Your audio's a bit kind of. It's a bit weird.
Eh?
Yeah. Are you downloading anything at the moment, or are you just? No.
Mm,
Yes.
no.
No. No.
Just closing the porn on the side. Okay. Oh, anyway.
It wasn't that I was downloading porn, it was just that I was playing it. It was already downloaded.
Okay, then, I guess moving to something a bit more recent. CES is currently going on, I think. Is it still going on?
I don't know. I think it would have been over, wouldn't it? How long does it go on for?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I think maybe it goes for like a few days, maybe a
I
week.
thought it started like ages ago, a week ago. Like, I think
I know in last week it was definitely running, so I don't know, maybe it's over now. Either way, there was quite a lot of interesting new technology shown there and all that. I think one of the highlights there was also the Oculus Rift HD, I think.
right.
Basically it's the same Oculus virtual reality headset thing, but with just more high definition image rather than the dev kit, which was only like standard definition or something. So that was definitely one of the highlights there for, I think, quite a few people.
The Oculus
just
Rift.
because, yeah,
Surely, who's buying Oculus Rift? Is it really got a massive market, or?
well, from what I've heard from friends and all that, they're pretty keen on getting one themselves.
Okay.
I guess they just want it because of the immersion factor that it can give.
Alright, honestly, it just seems sort of.
A gimmick.
Yeah, a gimmick. Sorry, yeah. I was trying not to say that, but yeah.
I don't know how I'd be able to play Skyrim on an Oculus Rift.
Yeah, exactly. Like it
You
plays.
need like an area the size of like America to be able to walk across the entire thing. And then
Well,
if you
if
mod
you-
it, it's just gonna be scary as fuck because there's gonna be Randy Savages flying all over the place.
Well, no, like, I think what the Oculus is it's just like an entirely separate monitor kind of thing. You look through that, but you still play with the mouse and keyboard.
Right.
You can do that, or you can get the Omni thing, which is basically like this platform where you wear specific special footwear, and basically it's kind of like this platform that you can walk on, and it basically uses what it detects from your feet to move your player or character around.
Does a platform like that work? You would have to be able to move in all.
Yeah,
But
you
if
can
I- what
rotate.
if I
you can
were-
rotate in a full 360, and it's basically got this kind of like circular belt that you kind of put on yourself.
I would like to see that
So-
platform.
So
I
let's
could
say,
show you a picture.
say that I was running away from the Randy Savages,
Yep. You'd literally
and
just
I
run on
needed
that
to run
platform.
away really, really, really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would
just
the
run on
belt
that
be going
platform.
fast enough to be able to deal with my Randy Savage running away?
I'm pretty sure it would.
I don't know. Like if you look at treadmills, like just conventional treadmill, and they're only unidirectional. They don't keep up so well. Like if you want to bolt, you can. Like those things you actually have to
Yeah.
push on to get started. If you suddenly go from walking pace to sprinting, it doesn't keep up.
Yep.
So I don't know how this thing would work, especially when it has to do all 360 degrees of two-dimensional. So that's why I want
Well-
to see a picture of it, because I can't imagine like a belt.
That's the website for it, the Omni, and there is kind of one picture I've noticed that shows it off.
Right.
So you can have a look at that if you want. But basically that combined with the Oculus is how it's meant to be used. And it basically makes games, I guess for some people that really want to, more immersive to them and more realistic,
Okay.
so that they can actually kind of put themselves in the character's shoes, or I don't know, just
Oh, so it doesn't use a belt at all. It just tries to use like a frictionless sort of dish that you sort of swipe
Yeah.
your feet against. Okay,
Yeah.
well that makes more sense, I guess.
because obviously it just wouldn't work with the
Yeah,
belt
right.
thing. And by the belt I kind of meant around the waist, not the belt as in
Yeah,
Where
it's the
you-
harness
mm.
thing.
See, I'm looking at it. but it doesn't look like I could run 360 away from the Randy Savage because they look like there's a gap in it.
Pardon?
Yeah, well, I'd assume
It
that
looks like there's a gap at the top.
It would
Yeah.
close. That'd be your
'Cause
way in.
that's not very good for my running away from Randy Savage.
Oh no,
Randy Savage.
He's approached me from the northwest and I can't run to the southeast because I've only got 270 degrees of... Yeah, I can see. but
Just here in the background. Oh yeah! Oh god!
Oh god.
If you haven't seen Randy Savage mod on Skyrim, go Google it. It's hilarious.
I've seen it. They did, Game Grunts did a Let's Play of it, so... Well, not Game... it was Steam Train, actually. But,
Oh yeah.
same sort of thing.
True.
So... Anyway, what about
Steam has released its Steam OS and Steam Box and Steam machines.
Quick question on the Omni. What about jumping?
Omni?
Yeah, what about...
Jumping, yeah, I think it works.
Okay. It doesn't look like it's got upwards motion. I suppose maybe you just put...
Maybe when it detects both the feet are off the actual surface, or
See,
take that as a jump, maybe.
I can see this working with quite a few games, but the one thing I never see this working with is, I don't know, say something like Prototype or any of the, I guess, Street Fighters.
Yeah,
or
you can't glide by using your own blood in that thing.
Yeah, exactly, and then
'Cause
Ninja Gaiden.
that's
Or anything where you're like doing flips or something like that, it's like, how are you ever going to implement?
Yeah, it's probably not. Probably not targeted for those sort of games. I think it's more targeted towards FPS games, just from the looks of things.
Ninja Gaiden
that
is also a trick question because you just die anyway. I don't know if you guys ever played that game. I played the
Nah, I
uncensored
haven't.
version, and holy fucking Jesus Christ, you can never win. You could never win. I still have yet to beat that game on the easiest difficulty.
Is that like worse than Dark Souls?
It's a lot worse than Dark Souls. The uncensored version, like, my mate managed to complete the hardest difficulty only when he learned how to break the game.
Right.
Oh,
Like,
good.
using a specific combo on one weapon, which you get, like, later on, you just have invincibility frames after you finish the combo,
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
you just keep doing it,
Yeah.
and you never die. You do, like, little to no damage on anything that you hit, but it would just be like, yep, just gonna keep doing this.
And then
It
win
took
the
him like
game.
10 minutes to get through every fight, but it was just like, it's the only...
Jesus, that's
The only way.
dedication. When it's got to that stage, it's goddamn dedication.
I guess in that sense, you could probably say that Ninja Gaiden hadn't really thought about it much.
Because,
Like
I
in terms
remember...
of the gameplay. If it's that hard that you
no,
have to
it's
win
some-
through that method.
Some people like that sort of gameplay, so they get made like that. Not every game's going to be made for, like, I don't know, the casual audience.
But surely then, if that's the case, then those sort of difficulties should be doable without actually exploiting something.
Actually, that's true. Yeah, I never understood that. Like, even in Guild Wars, the MMO, it just... everything was done through an exploit. You never found anyone sort of doing it the legit way, and if you did, there'd be people complaining or people dying, or it would just be too hard and people would quit, and you'd end up having to restart and just get a
Well,
party.
that's actually something that that is kind of interesting. Is that I guess for this kind of generation of games, is that they're making games easier in the sense that they're making things not as challenging or providing a lot more more checkpoints or something along those lines. Like they're kind of
Some.
dumbing down the difficulty because there are a lot more mainstream gamers in this kind of generation rather than previously.
Some. I wouldn't entirely agree. I was playing Deus Ex, and
You're playing it on the hardest difficulty. So
yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, like it's the option's still there.
yeah, the option's still
Of course,
there.
if you want to go easy mode or casual mode or give me a
but it's
story
not
or
easy.
whatever, it's
Yeah.
going to be, as you say, just sort of aimed at that sort of audience to give it to the casuals and everyone. I put it on hardest difficulty, and you do have to sit there for 10 minutes waiting for some guy to walk around a corner so you have a 3-second frame to go out and knock some guy over the head and then drag him back. So
well, that's the thing. That's because like they put normal as fairly easy kind of thing.
right.
It's like not too hard, but not too.
I guess also
No.
I added my own sort of thing where I'm basically trying to knock everyone out in the entire game that I can
Yeah.
using
Good luck with that.
melee. So maybe that might be the other reason why I'm finding it difficult. But like,
Yeah, you put yourself
Doing the
another
Dead
challenge.
Space, the Dead Space only, like the only plasma cutter run.
right.
I've
Yeah,
tried
so-
that. It's very difficult.
Right.
Because like it's okay up until you get to a certain point where one of the main characters, well, he dies. I'm not saying which one, but he dies, and then there's a giant fucking necromorph who's about to kick your ass, and all you have is a shitty little like pistol,
Yeah.
and you're just like, no. You may as well just be throwing fucking peanuts at him for all the time. So that's like that. There is pretty much the only reason why like plasma cutter runs only are so hard. Just like
Right.
you get to that point, like, fuck.
So is it after you beat that boss, then it's just pretty much, I guess, smooth sailing from then on? Not
it's
really anything
okay.
else that.
It's okay because there's none of those big ass motherfuckers, but like there's no boss that you can't take down with the plasma cutter because they've all like, hey, look at my weak spot, it's fucking huge and glowing yellow, and you just
Right.
shoot it twice with it and it dies. But at that point, your gun does not do enough damage to like cut off those points, and while the big guy does have them, it's like coated in armor. You're just like, oh fuck. Let me just try to.
And just nibble away with it.
Yeah.
Just to
Yeah.
chip away at the little thing. Oh
I
god.
found that a bit with I completed Borderlands again. I found that a bit with it's not of course it's not going to be in the same level, but some of the bosses in Borderlands too, they were just you couldn't do them without taking advantage of like exploits in the terrain, somewhere where it couldn't hit you and you could just stand there just laying bullets into it.
Yeah, me and my mate, we found a way to like screw over the last boss in the game.
Yeah, same. That's yeah.
Like where you just climb up like the rock face, like on the
Right.
left side when you just die, and you just like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna come up here, and he can't hit you, and you can just nail him. So you just-
Yeah. It's essentially what I was doing. And then there's a raid boss after that now. Some sort of worm thing. And
There's a
I
few raid boss. Oh, I can't remember his name. But
Terramorphous, I
I
think.
know the raid boss you talked about.
I think it's Terramorphous or something. Point being,
Yeah, that's it.
try doing it. Yeah, no, not by yourself. Unless I went on.
Hey, you want me to co-op that with you sometime?
Sure, yeah, whatever. If you want, it'd be great.
One.
Oh, you mean, yeah. Okay, I thought you might have meant no.
Oh god.
He came
Yeah,
over and I was
I-
on my like level 30 or something and he just started. It was just ridiculous.
Oh, so he's like a
the
level
sheer
3.
difference in.
Yeah.
Actually, I leveled pretty fast. I got to like what, level 11
I think so.
in that
Well, of course
short
you
period
would.
of time.
Fucking Paramorphous.
Oh, not Terramorphous, it was just normal game. Just I don't know.
Alright.
I think what's that place called? The one with the train that you get to destroy. You stop it at a station and destroy it with C4 or something or explosives.
Yeah, and then you go and kill Wilhelm.
Yeah, something like that. That sort of area.
I was basically just, I don't know, bait.
Essentially, yeah. Yeah.
I was just a distraction.
So distract him while I try and snipe his ass, sort of thing.
The
Yeah,
issue,
what?
I
the
died
issue I
so many
have-
times.
the issue I have when I'm playing like Borderlands is I tend to go like glass cannon.
Right. Yeah.
Ah, yes. I tend
And,
to
like-
end up being glass cannon in like any game that involves sort of RPG elements.
Yeah.
Whether it be
Like-
MMOs or just general RPGs.
Like I remember in the first Borderlands I went with, and
Yeah.
every single one of my skills was put towards making my phase walk being beast. And I would just walk up to a boss and just make it explode. But if it didn't explode, I was pretty damn fucked if I could run away.
Yeah. That's essentially what I've done with this one. I finally got Mire up to level 50, and pretty much everything's based on getting the phase lock to be as powerful as
Because
possible.
you're a support. That's what you do.
Yeah, essentially. What were we saying? I can't remember.
No, when I haven't played Borderlands 2 in a while, but just like I had Zero.
Right.
Zero
right.
was fun. But like a lot of his stuff is just like, okay, can you hit with the sniper rifle? No. Well, you're going to die.
Yeah.
And then the first time you run into a Thresher, he just kicks your ass, and you're just like, what? What am I meant to do?
Freshers still kick your ass. Freshers are horrible. Have you ever run into a boss Fresher
I don't
badass? Huh?
Your badass Thresher just run away.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck that.
Find some terrain, because you're going to be screwed over. It's pretty much everything it fires at you is one-hit kill. And the thing just has got so much goddamn health. Yeah. You can't kill it without exploiting terrain, especially old Slappy or whatever it's called. Where you get Sir Hammerlock's sniper rifle. Trying to take that thing out without using terrain exploits is just nut. It's stupid.
That kind of makes me wonder though, do like game devs actually properly test their games for those sort of things? Because sure, they test for bugs and all that.
Well,
but
the thing with Borderlands,
if they don't test the actual gameplay itself, like finding out whether like certain bosses or whatever are fair in difficulty and whatnot.
the thing with Borderlands 2 was I think it was largely designed with multiplayer in mind. So it has elements where, like, you can revive each other, and if you have 4 people doing it at once, you've got like 3 people able to revive a person that goes down, and you've got additional sources of damage, people not getting focused, that kind of thing. But when it's just one person by himself and they've got all day aggro, it's like it's a problem.
True.
Yeah, it's
true.
that's
I guess that makes a bit more sense.
Yeah.
I guess it's just one of those few bosses or whatever that just require co-op partner or something.
something like that. You have to play it
I
properly.
remember-
Do it. But yeah, sorry.
I remember I got to the bunker in Borderlands, and I was playing as the assassin, and I put one of my points was in boar, and I did not know about the boar glitch,
Okay.
and like I just shot at it once, and it basically just did all of its health in one bullet, and just like, what the fuck just happened? Pretty sure it's not meant to be like that. And I went online and I saw a video of someone just doing a regular playthrough, and like he died a massive amount of times trying to kill it because he was doing no damage to it. I'm like, how the fuck did I do that much damage? And I googled it, and it's because of the boar glitch. Because if you shoot inside the bunker, it'll like bounce off the interior and through one of like the robots inside of it. And boar does more damage if it flies through enemies. And so it'll just keep bouncing around on the inside of
okay.
on the inside of bunker, and going through all of these robots, and does an insane amount of damage to it. Like, what the fuck? How did I do this?
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, that's handy. Yeah.
Really?
Zero's awesome for if it gets down to the final trade in the sniper tree. I think any team would be happy to have a Zero on them for bosses. Especially it's got 999 stacks of that thing.
99999.
Anyway,
Stacks.
that's all. Borderlands 2's old. Anyone got any news on all the new next-gen stuff?
Next gen stuff. I'm looking forward to Watch Dogs.
Right, even looking forward to that for a while. Didn't that?
Yeah, it still hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be released for the old gen, but I guess.
No, it's coming out for I guess PS4, Xbox One, PC,
Okay.
all the kind of next gen stuff.
And not the Wii U.
Not the Wii U.
Poor Wii. What am I looking at? I haven't really been looking into...
You haven't been up to date with games
No.
and news in general, but you have in mind getting a new laptop, and then you're probably gonna ask me about what games to get on Steam.
Yeah. That's pretty much.
So
In that regard... oh, hang on, never mind.
no?
No.
No? Okay. That's right, I was gonna say, with the whole Steam OS and all that, how they've released their Steam machines and how people have received their free, I guess, prototype Steam machines. I guess some of those people were pretty damn lucky. They got basically a free computer, for nothing.
Just that,
And that's-
the Steam prototypes. Sorry, Rich?
Yeah, it's Steam prototypes. It's just like, some Steam machines range from having a GTX 760 in them all the way to a Titan.
Right, shit.
And they were getting these systems for free.
Oh shit, okay.
And they could do whatever they wanted with them. They could just totally, format the hard drive with the Steam OS on it, or install Windows on it, or just, I don't know, do whatever they want with it.
Wow.
What Steam Machine is basically just
yeah.
a competitor against the PS4 and Xbox One and Wii U.
Yeah.
It's trying to also break into the console market and, be a viable machine for the living room for gaming purposes. Basically just bringing PC games to the living room.
The only problem with that is the lack of standard.
What do you mean lack of standard?
Well, with Steam Machine, it's open market for all different manufacturers and brands to come up with their own sort of Steam Machine. Like you said, it ranges from 760 to Titan, and that's not something that Xbox One and PS4 and all that have. They all
because Steam Machine is essentially a PC, and it's not a closed sort of system. It's not. It's a completely it's PC, and it gives you the option to upgrade or change its parts however you want.
Yeah, but
because it's essentially just a PC running Linux if you keep using SteamOS because it's based on Linux. But aside from that, it's completely open source, so you can do whatever you want with it, really.
So essentially, it's a PC.
It's PC, basically just for living room.
Right. So are there any requirements on it, like a certain dimension, specification, or minimum processing power? Like, is there any standards to the actual hardware?
I think there are. Just don't know them.
Okay.
I just don't actually know them from the top of my head. So, I believe maybe i5 or i3 for processor. One of those two. Probably i5 though.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna need. I think it was like a.
See, that's why consoles have their appeal. It's in the fact that they're simple. That you buy a console, you know what you're getting. You know it's going to be able to run the games that are marketed for it.
Yep.
Whereas if you bought a Steam machine, you don't know what. Well, you will know if you're going to do research.
It will work. It will work, but you will have to take into account what games you can play at maximum settings, which on a console you don't have the option to change those settings at all. So
it's just that variance, that high level of variance, and that's intrinsic to a Steam machine.
Interesting thing is though, there is that whole kind of discriminatory thing where it's PC Master Race and console peasants. That's how they. That's what's kind of going on about on the internet. How people who have played games on PC like to make out that they're superior and all that blah blah blah. With the Steam machine, what it does is it's basically blurring the lines between a console and a PC. So it's kind of interesting.
I guess maybe.
See, Gabe Newell's doing this. Where's like Half-Life 3 and Portal 3 and Left 4 Dead 3? Where's all the threes, man?
Shit. Well, I don't know. Next gen.
Do not know. Maybe they'll never ever make a game that goes into the trilogy.
Yeah, what's their standing on that, isn't it? They were just waiting for machines that would be capable of bringing in something completely sort of radical, like as it was with Half-Life 2. That's the idea. They want to have something that sort of changes the industry and really sort of makes an impact.
What, like Oculus Rift?
Oculus Rift is definitely one.
Yeah, okay, yeah, something like that. Oh,
They also have their controller. Have you actually seen their controller?
what, Steam Machine or Oculus?
The Steam Machine controller. It's like,
Touchpad or something.
yeah, instead of the dual analog sticks, it uses 2 touchpads
Yeah.
instead.
It's interesting.
But
Doesn't that remove 2 buttons because of the click to crouch, click to zoom, that sort of?
no, they're both clickable.
Oh, okay.
I think. I believe they are. They should be. It's also gonna the final one should also have a touchscreen in the center to access certain things.
I don't know if I like the idea of touchpad replacing
Yeah,
analog. I like
it's a bit different from what I've heard.
It's change is good, man. You gotta get used to it.
from a tactile point of view. I don't know what I feel about sort of rubbing my finger over something rather than it sort of moving.
But I mean, it kind of makes sense because you're essentially using a PC and trying to control a mouse with analog sticks, like 2 certain actions.
Yeah.
Analog sticks is a bit not so.
And also, if you look at touchscreen at the moment, when it comes to games on, like, I don't know, just tablets, they're not exactly. The controls are not really responsive, and they're.
Well, no, the touchscreen on the Steam controller, it's just gonna control just like a menu or something.
Oh no, I mean
menus.
like the actual touch pads for the analog sticks, replacing the analog sticks. I don't know how good they're going to be in terms of responsiveness and accuracy, because it's sort of
true.
The precedent set by tablets and stuff isn't so good. If you try playing FPS on a tablet, it's pretty. It's not great. Maybe I'm just old. Maybe I'm just used to the old gen of analog sticks, but it's.
I do prefer having a stick to use, but I'm willing to give the Steam controller a try.
Yeah, okay.
I'm willing to give it a try. So, I mean, you never know. It could be
Could be good.
fairly, intuitive or whatever.
Righto.
Might actually be good. Let's see, what else was there? CES. Corsair and Cherry have teamed up together to make the first RGB lit mechanical keyboard. So a lot of keyboards these days, gaming specific ones, they aren't mechanical but do offer multiple, they do let you change the color of the backlighting. But this has not existed ever for a mechanical keyboard, so what Cherry and Corsair have done is that they made the first ever keyboard with changeable backlight colors. I don't know why no one has ever thought of doing this a lot earlier. I guess it's kind of one of those things that should have been around a long time ago, but I don't know what happened, why they never did. But that's coming out, so for those of you who've ever wanted to have a mechanical keyboard and have adjustable backlighting, you can actually do whatever you want with the backlighting. You can have individual keys, different colors, so you can have a full-on, rainbow dance party on your keyboard if you want.
So what, it's not like free lighting zones, it's like every single key is its own.
Every single key you can have different colors. You can have Q as red, W as yellow, friggin' S as blue.
The only issue with those sort of keyboards is that they usually lack functionality. Like, I recently bought a new keyboard, and I did find the one where you could reprogram every key to be different colors. But the thing is that the keys are actually really mushy and they just don't work as nicely as you wanted to.
That's probably a membrane keyboard then, not a mechanical.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a trade-off. Do you want fancy colors or do you want a keyboard? I wanted a keyboard, so I got myself a Razer.
I guess that's what this is solving, isn't it? The RGB Corsair, did you say?
Mechanical. Yeah. The Corsair RGB mechanical keyboard. It comes in 3 different key switches currently. It's red, blue, and brown. Each of them have their own unique kind of feel and feedback and all that. So it's really down to personal preference. If you do enjoy having a, oops, sorry.
I actually do enjoy having a.
No, if you do enjoy a certain key switch type, then choose the one that's the one for you, basically.
Okay.
Personally, I prefer the blues, but it is one of the louder ones. So for those who don't like having such a loud,
give us a demonstration.
Keyboard. Oh, do you want a demonstration? I do have a blue key switch right now, so you'll have a listen. Oh yes.
See, the issue with that sort of thing is that I usually game until like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Exactly.
If I'm up
Yeah,
that
it's not
late,
it's not
just
really one for late night gaming, but I still like it.
Yeah.
Besides, I wanted a blue backlight. I don't want white. It just seems so plain to me.
True.
And because I didn't have the option of changing backlight colors, so you know, didn't have the option to really go brown for the quieter option, but I still
Brown?
like blue anyway.
Brown?
Brown key switches, which are basically the same as blues, but without the clicky sound. So
Well, that's
Quite.
no.
What you meant
what-
at the backlight? I thought you were going at the backlight. Being brown.
no,
I was like, that's
no.
Why would you buy a mechanical keyboard and not get like the clicky sounds? That's so sad.
Well, I did.
But you want the
this-
clicky sounds.
Yeah, I want the clicky
The
sound.
clicky sounds are good.
that's saying why
Yeah.
would you bother buying a mechanical and not getting the clicky? Why is that an
Or
option?
some people prefer. Some people prefer the something quieter because maybe they have a home where people just get easily annoyed by the
Yeah.
noise
That's true.
created by the keyboard. Or if you're using it in the workplace, you don't want everyone with a freaking blue key switch. entire workplace
no,
would just
no.
be hearing the clickety clack of the same keyboard.
Those are the keyboards that you want. You know why? Because you assert your dominance inside the workplace. Just be like, look how loud and obnoxious I am. I am better than you in every way because of how loud my keyboard is.
If you think about it that way, sure.
Career advice. Good. That's what I'm looking at.
Good advice.
Good.
Good.
Okay.
So yeah, there's that sort of keyboard if you like. Why should you even bother getting a mechanical keyboard? Basically because they are built with a much better quality and they last longer. Because membrane keyboards, which are basically most keyboards that are less than, I don't know, $100, less than 80 or something. They aren't very expensive membrane ones. They basically have the kind of mushy feel that Matt has mentioned previously, and they also last 10 million key presses, which sounds like a lot, but I guess over its lifetime it isn't that long for each key. Mechanicals get up to 50 million, so 5 times longer endurance, 5 times longer durability, that's the word. Durability, and it's, I guess you pay about 2 to 3 times more than a normal membrane, but it will last you 5 times longer, so
There you go.
I guess it's kind of a worthwhile investment.
Right.
Just make sure you choose the right key switch for your own personal preference. There are certain, I guess, packs that let you try out each different key switch. They send you like,
Yeah, you had both.
yeah, I
I
have one.
remember that.
They send you like
Just use,
one little key for each switch, and you can just play around with them, you get to feel how they feel, and how they sound, stuff like that. So yeah.
I remember, yeah, you freaking talking to you on Skype when you had that pack brought in, just all the time,
Yep.
just in the background.
Click, 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 click. Yep. That was just me, just making sure I wanted the blues, and also just to annoy Aaron, just because it's fun.
Yeah.
Thought about taking my keyboard to my mate's house just to assert my dominance amongst the rest of the
Oh, geez.
Hey man, did you see my keyboard? Click, 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 click.
Hey man,
Uh-huh.
you hear this?
Late at night.
But it's yours, no, isn't it? You're useless.
Yep. Okay, I think we kind of discussed this a little bit before, but 4K resolution?
Just quickly?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, because that thing
It looks good.
looks good.
Looks good.
I don't want to get into that same argument again. We can probably
Here's the thing,
reserve
it's
that for
going to-
another time.
It's going to become useless fairly shortly because I know Sharp's working on 16K monitors.
Oh, jeez.
16K? Oh my god. Well, 4K to start off with is basically 4 times the resolution of 1080p.
Yeah.
what you can expect from such a high resolution is basically absolutely no content for it, and
Yeah.
Hey, I want my 82-inch monitor, alright? Please.
well, if you're willing to spend around $3,000 for, I think it was either a 27 or 30-inch desktop monitor, then go right ahead. You do get the extra desktop space for your windows to, you know, see a lot more on the screen at once. Aside from that, you don't really get much.
It's really right now. Wanna just, but no, I'm not going to.
No. No.
I still don't understand how that makes sense at all.
I don't know, maybe you'll have to see it for yourself.
I'll have to see
one
them
day.
side by side to understand how that makes sense. Unless you're shrinking the size of the physical icon, I don't see how you gain more space on a two-dimensional plane. It just... Okay.
But what if
Well,
it
I'm not
isn't
talking in the
two-dimensional?
sense.
Oh,
Well, I'm not
gosh,
talking
blowing
about
my
in the
mind now.
sense of icons and all that. I'm just talking about like actual screen space for the windows.
I get you
So
can have
if
your
you have-
icons that at the same resolution take up less space, but they can't do that unless they're smaller.
Well, maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I don't know.
Okay, well, they'd have to be.
It depends on your settings. If you choose to make them bigger, sure, go ahead, make them look more normal.
Yeah, never mind. I'm not going to do that.
Aside from that, you also do get the clearer, sharper images because of the sheer pixel density, depending on your screen size. If you have a small monitor with a 4K resolution, then of course you would have a very high pixel density. So
The quick thing on 4K,
Yep.
what sort of minimum graphics card are you going to be needing to be able to support things on that?
to play
Yeah.
games, depends on what settings, obviously. But if you're aiming to play games on, you know, high ultra,
Yeah.
you're gonna need at least two 780 Ti's.
Yeah.
Or two Titans.
Heck.
So to even get at least 30 FPS for some games actually can run at 4K at a good frame rate. It's just that for a lot of games, it's not really that optimal or ideal.
Why, yes, my name is Mr. Moneybags. Yes, I would like to have two 780s. Thank you very much, sir.
So
And what for my
yeah,
cat?
if you intend on playing games at that resolution, just be prepared to fork out a lot of money, not only on just the computer system and graphics card, but also just for the power bill that they're gonna be drawing, and also the monitor.
Yeah, jeez.
The monitor's gonna be a huge
The
amount.
video had the display of what, 3
Yeah,
4Ks.
at CES. Yeah, CES they had a booth and they showed off. There was either 3 or 4 GTX Titans. So those cards are like over here in Australia they're like $1,300 each. So they had about 3 or 4 of them, all running in SLI, and basically powering 3 4K displays to run a single game.
So what was the claim? Like 1.5 billion pixels a second?
Yeah, 1.5 billion pixels per second.
It's fast, but it's expensive, and why would you even?
It's very expensive. And basically you don't want to do, even for the most hardcore enthusiast gamers and whatnot, you don't want to do any more than 3 graphics cards,
Yeah.
because just the scaling that you get for the extra performance you get for each additional card you add to your system just decreases significantly.
Oh.
Depends on the game, obviously.
Yes, but for
in
all of you
general.
poor people with 2 graphics cards, you'll be sitting at my cool Master 7,500,000 and be looking at my 17 graphics cards.
Jesus. Yeah, that was ridiculous. For you talking about the half stacker. Yeah.
Yeah, the HAF Stacker is absolutely massive. It's a case that probably is bigger than the Corsair 900D, which used to be one of the biggest computer cases that I knew of until the HAF Stacker came about. It's basically a completely modular computer case and just lets you do whatever you want with your system. You can store your entire hard drives in one little section, or you could use that little section to just do all your water cooling in, or I don't know, basically you can have your own little mini ITX system up in that top little section. It comes with 2 little sections, so
Right. Yeah. That's just freaking crazy.
it's crazy. It gives you a lot of options, but I think for some people they might not like its aesthetic appeal.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
it's really down to personal preference. But anyways, it's been just over an hour, so I think we can end it today, and hopefully we'll be able to do these more often. Though getting you guys together is a bit of a pain in the
I
ass.
know, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too bad, am I? Oh yeah, I guess I am.
Well, you weren't on yesterday at all, from what I saw.
Yeah,
So I was really hoping my offline messages actually got to you
I don't know, did they?
eventually.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. Did
I
they?
don't know. Did they? Let's check.
I don't know.
I spoke to something. Yep, please 2 p.m. Friday. Please be on.
Yep. Okay. So they did get
They
to you
got to me.
eventually.
By the way, 2 p.m. Friday. It's now 4:24 p.m. Just to give people a.
It is. We spent the first hour just doing nothing,
We
basically.
pretty much could have recorded another podcast if we were recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, that's just how things goes with us. We're just a bit unorganized in the sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this episode that's been long overdue. Please like, favorite, and subscribe. Share this with your friends, and we'll see you again in the next GamerPod whenever that comes out.
Oh, 2015, man. Bye.
Alright, see ya.
What do you do when you get into the test and you look at it and you go, oh fuck? Sort of it. That's like your first response, and you turn it over to the next page and you go, I'm going!
And the AI has to follow you.
Do my desk